Since my first set of overall app reviews, a lot has changed and it's time to review those reviews. Yo dog. These will not be as comprehensive as the originals, but rather an update on their updates. Yo dog. Overall, every major messaging app has been putting in double time on their development this year. Even something like Signal, which was previously rather stagnant, has come out swinging to fill out its feature set. Here are its new additions for a new edition. Reactions. Exactly what you'd think they are. Pins. This is Signal's answer to cloud or local backups. At the moment, it can only be used to recover basic information like contacts and profile info, not any of your messages. There's a long, rambling blog post all about the technological and philosophical reasoning behind the feature, but TLDR, it's not really useful for anything yet, but maybe in the future. Stickers. About damn time, Signal is the last one to the sticker party, and sadly already behind again as WhatsApp now has animated stickers after Telegram debuted them a year ago. I could say more about the lack of quality and availability compared to other apps, but you can judge that for yourself. View Once Media. Popularized by Snapchat and available in other apps like Instagram and Telegram, it serves a dual purpose of cutting down on storage space for unnecessary photos, or for keeping intimate moments visible for only a moment. Face blurring. This is the weakest addition of the bunch, seeing as it's just a fancier and perhaps flawed way of doing what people could previously do with any drawing tool. And extra questionable, seeing as the actual effect was much more muted than their official demo photos at launch. But it's flashy and fits Signal's branding, so that's something, I guess. And what's on the horizon? Signal's two most needed features are group video calls and some sort of phone number privacy. The video calls seem like a certainty at this point, just a matter of when. However, when it comes to the phone numbers, it seems like more of a wish list item. There hasn't yet been any indication that's coming and is the key feature that separates it from its privacy peers, Session and Threema. One could argue that Signal is also missing a way to register without a phone number by email or some sort of alternate ID, but I don't necessarily see that as a necessity. It would be a welcome addition, but when it comes down to it, it's a niche use case that only has a direct benefit to high-profile users that might be targeted by governments, which, at that point, signing up with an email address isn't going to save anybody. And speaking of governments, the existential question hanging over Signal is that of local legislation targeting encryption. It seems like every other day the US is introducing some new bill to bypass secure communication services, and if any one of those gets through, Signal will have to massively pivot its infrastructure. That could bring about issues of funding, as Signal currently receives a significant portion of funds from government grants. Even if something like Earn It or the Lawful Access Act passes, I don't see it as a death sentence for Signal. More likely just an unnecessary many-month migraine for management to deal with. Signal's clearly moving in the right direction and seems to be opening up that walled garden of theirs to more modern ideas in messaging. A year ago, Signal was all quality of encryption and no quality of life, but they seem to be bringing a bit more balance to that equation. As it stands, Signal is still supreme for security-first apps. There are some competitors that have slight advantages, phone number privacy, but on the whole, Signal continues to increase its lead and carve a deeper niche for itself going forward. That could be a good or a bad thing, depending on what you're looking to use the app for. But as a replacement for basic messaging with best-in-class security, you can't really do better.